Okay, so for this week crypto market outlook, okay, what is the expectation, and are you still sitting on the sideline? Okay, or are you still afraid to buy the dip? This is the most important question you have to ask yourself, right? And how much low are we going to see for the crypto market? Is the bottom in yet? Okay, that is the biggest question in everyone's mind right now. Should we buy the dip or should we wait longer? Okay, so yeah, here we can see I think there could be more downwards, more pullback for the market due to uncertainty. Okay, so we can see the CPI data just released, okay, earlier just now, around 8:30 at night. Okay, so we can see the market, the whole market now is having another pullback. Okay, it is much expected, okay, on the CPI data. So what we can see right now, you can see growing dominance poised to trigger a violent market collapse for the crypto market. Okay, what are the expectations and what more can we expect for this pullback here, or this violent crash that we are expecting? Okay, so you can see the key area here, the key resistance that Bitcoin needs to break is at least 60 to 61,000. But currently right now it has failed. Okay, so right now it's somewhere recovering from a low under the 50K mark. Okay, so I think right now the market is a bit shaky. Okay, I think a lot of people are still having the fear. Okay, you can see the fear and greed index right now. People are at the fear situation. They are waiting, either waiting or probably sell off. Okay, but here we can see this is by 𝗶𝗶𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, another analyst, crypto analyst, mentioning that it could lead to a violent crash. Okay, the prediction came after the analyst pointed out that the TD sequencer indicator, popular among traders, okay, for identifying potential buy-sell signal. So this is his Twitter post. So he posted about the dominance, BTC dominance, right? Cycle top confirmation. So usually when Bitcoin dominant cycle top confirmation is completed, usually the alts will tend to rally, right? Usually the dominance, once the dominance go down, you know that alts will have a chance. But here it seems that it is another way around. So the crash down will be as violent as it was on the cycle, after the cycle bottom signal. So yeah, these are the things that you have to take note. And then he put a hashtag here, altcoins. How much more can we going to see for altcoins to bleed? Okay, so this is the time you want to pay attention on those undervalued altcoins. Might want to accumulate some more. Might want to pay attention on this current dip, probably towards the weekend. Okay, then you can see here, this is interesting as TD sequential signals top for Bitcoin dominance. Okay, so this could be a sign maybe alts will have a chance to rally. Then Ethereum against Bitcoin chart will tend to rally back up again. Okay, so these are the expectation. Okay, for this market technical side. Okay, so the signal hit rate is more than 88%. Okay, so this is the market sentiment coming in from this analyst. Okay, mentioning there could be another violent crash. Okay, but according to Larry Williams, also one of the experts, mentioning also that you can able to start accumulate somewhere around 16th of August all the way to 20th. So you have a 5-day gap there, 5-day window for you to buy and hold, right? Accumulate those undervalued altcoins. So probably he can able to see there could be another one more last wash off, last pullback, and then maybe market might consolidate, okay, before we see another rally again after September. Okay, so that's the first article here. Then of course, moving on next, we can see another boring sideways accumulation. Okay, it is happening. But nonetheless, we can see, right, while the market is consolidating, this is the time you want to pay attention to accumulate all those undervalued altcoins. Because while this thing is going sideways, ranging, okay, something is cooking big, something is going on, something big is going on, okay, while it is consolidating. Because if you can look at the last year's cycle, similar pattern as well. Okay, the price consolidate on August, leading up all the way to October. Okay, so somewhere around end of September, all the way to New Year, the market rallied all the way. Okay, so no buyers stand a chance. Bitcoin is steady when writing, teetering around 60K. Okay, all right. However, the daily chart price moves sideways in a possible accumulation zone. Okay, right. So yeah, high expectation that the market will go sideways, and of course boring. So boring for those people who are retail or dumb money, people who are coming in here for short-term gains. So that's why you can see a lot of people, they tend to move on to meme coins, okay, especially on Solana. Okay, Solana is getting more traction. Why? It's because of meme coins. So people like instant gratification. People like quick profits. So they treat Solana like a casino, right? They go to memes to try to make life-changing wealth rather than buying those high value altcoins that have fundamentals and technology. But most probably people will tend to looking for short-term gains. Okay, so that's why you can see quiet and boring, which actually drive out those retail and of course dump money as well. So picking out this state of affairs, the analysts on X exciting on-chain developments observe that the DAO market explains the generally low activity. So keyword here is low activity. Nobody likes to trade on a sideways or boring market. Okay, so when Bitcoin and the crypto market is down or going sideways, people tend to move on. Okay, they move to tend to chase shiny objects. Okay, meme coins. Okay, so I already mentioned meme coins. All right. So yeah, nonetheless, we can see here. Overall, we can see minor liquidation. Now the risk is getting lower. Why? Because I believe they have already capitulated. They have already done dumping their BTC in order to upgrade their hardware or their devices. Okay. So while minor liquidation is low, risk is low. Okay, we can see those OGs or BTC HODLers tend to accumulate more. Okay, so that is the transition from the weak hands to the strong hands, or the paper hands to the diamond hands. You can say that. Okay, so even Bitcoin is moving sideways and inside a bullish bar, a net positive for upbeat traders from an effort versus result perspective. Okay, so yeah, this is a time when you want to pay attention to buy and hold. Okay, HODL. Okay, you don't want to leverage trade on shiny objects and getting yourself wrecked, getting yourself burned. That is the most common mistake, what most people do, right? They go on to trade on leverage, probably 10 times or 100 times, and then they lose everything. So you don't want to be that kind of position when it comes to trading on coins. Okay, so nonetheless, this is a situation. Okay, so it's going to be boring and it's going to be an accumulation zone all the way to September. So end of September should see price will start to pick back up again, leading all the way to a new year. Okay, so Q4 will be very bullish. Then, of course, right now, earlier I mentioned very important is the report. Okay, why is it very important regarding about the inflation report? Is because of the CPI, Consumer Price Index and Producer Price Index. So just now earlier, they have already released a little bit of mixed data coming in from Consumer Price Index. Okay, so that's why you can see the market pump a little bit and then now it's back down again, right? Mixed data earlier on 8:30 just now. Okay, so CPI, right? Very important, right? The Producer Price Index, also known as a PPI, doesn't have much to do with the Consumer Price Index. Okay, which is what really moves the market. So just now, if you look at the Forex Factory, right? So you look onto Forex Factory. Okay, again here. So earlier just now, see here, right? CPI. Okay, right? So earlier just now, nothing have changed for core CPI and CPI for month to month. Still the same, but you can see here, year to year. Okay, 2.9 versus 3%. So it is down. Okay, it is down. So that's why the market, right, went up first, then did back down again. So this is a CPI data, very important. Okay, that could also affect the crypto market as well. Now you can see the market is actually heading towards the downside. Okay, so if the CPI report for July does what investors are hoping for, Federal Reserve might start thinking about cutting rates next month, but already confirmed that the Federal Reserve will cut rate by September, on the 18th of September. So there could be a high chance of a first ever rate cut on September. Okay, so they have already mentioned, I don't think they're going to turn or to delay anymore. Okay, so what we can see now, the market is pricing in, okay, keeping the price low as possible before the rate cut. Okay, all right, so nonetheless, this is the happenings for inflation report, very important. Then, of course, we move on to like Ripple. So Ripple, if you can see in the last 24 to 48 hours, so Ripple is totally cleared off from the SEC charges, but nonetheless, they have to pay SEC totaling about 125 billion in terms of liability, right? Compensation, okay, due to unregulated transactions in their blockchain. Okay, so this is the only penalty. I think it is already done and dusted for Ripple versus SEC case. So right now they can able to move on. So that's why you can see Ripple went up. Okay, Ripple went out about 20 or 30% during that time once Ripple have fully cleared against SEC. Okay, so yeah, you can see here on this on the 7th of August, right? So it's about 1 week ago. Okay, so filing in the US District Court for the Southern District of New York. Okay, so this is a Judge Ananisa. Okay, was permanently restrained and enjoined from violating US security laws, right? So this is Ripple wrongdoing. Okay, permanently restrained and enjoined from violating US security laws. Okay, and then the penalty was expected to be paid to the SEC within 30 days, so within 1 month. So SEC, so for Ripple, I believe they have already done. All they need to do is to just pay the fine, which is 125 million instead of 2 million. Okay, instead of 2 billion. So looks like XRP or Ripple have totally won against SEC. Okay, all right. So nonetheless, we can see we can able to move on from here. All right. So SEC right now they are actually lowering down. They're actually cutting down on their charges on each of every crypto, naming so-called as securities, like Ethereum, like Uniswap. I think they are actually backing down already, right? Instead of pursuing the charges. So yeah, nonetheless, it's very good news for the crypto market. Very, very important. Okay, and then of course we move on next to the on-chain analysis. So we can see here what's happening now from CryptoCon. Okay, so where are we now? And this is the price cycle resistance, right? This is to actually measure whether are we at the cycle top. Okay, so what we can see here, this is on March 2024, which is this year. This is considered a mid-top, right? You have hit the dark green line here, so it rejected. Similar, if you fast forward to June 2019, okay, flashback, okay, similar as well. Retest on the dark green line, then getting rejected again. So now the most critical part is the light blue line here, where now is having a retest and bottom situation. So Bitcoin makes a mid-top at a pi cycle, 350-day moving average, right? Then find support at the weekly Gaussian moving average. So the light blue line is the weekly Gaussian moving average. Okay, so support made around August this year, this month alone. So according to the historical data or last cycle itself, so you can see what happened on August also it dumped. Again, it dumped and you retest on this light blue line. So it consolidate. Okay, August, the whole end of month of August, leading all the way to September. Okay, consolidate sideways. And then only you can see October all the way to New Year. Market rally like nobody's business. So it went up all the way to somewhere around January or February. Okay, then only it peaked. Okay, so you're going to see something similar like that. So you might want to pay attention on those altcoins that you want to accumulate. Okay, because you have roughly about one month and a half to really accumulate. Okay, to solidly accumulate those coins that you want. Okay, and then more on-chain analysis. You can see here, Bitcoin adoption S-curve. Okay, so are we at the peak or are we at the saturation point where all those hedge funds, okay, where all those people who have already accumulated Bitcoin, are we already at the peak? That's the most important question. Okay, so where are we right now? So 16% is early majority, 50% is late majority. Okay, so wealth management is somewhere in this sector. Okay, so we look here to this chart. Okay, so currently Bitcoin is somewhere around the base, which is 4.7%, which is still considered early. Okay, so it's still considered early to where we left off. Okay, so yeah, nonetheless, right, you can see even though BlackRock continues to accumulate, even though MicroStrategy continues to accumulate, we are still early in this cycle. So you might want to really take part in this crypto journey, okay? Because I think as the more and more people are coming in, then that's where you will lose out, okay? That's where you're going to really lose out, right? If you look here also on this chart here, right? What happened during other technology as well, like the internet boom, okay? Right? Internet boom was when, right? From 0 all the way to 30 here, okay? Then if you look on to PC as well, okay? Later on to 40, okay? So yeah, nonetheless, I would say it is still very, very early. Okay, so far it's been faster than the internet, and even faster than mobile phone. Okay, so you can see the adoption, very, very important. Adoption S curve. How fast are we? Okay, that is how we can be able to know Are we at the top? Are we at the peak, or are we still at the bottom? Okay. All right. And then of course, moving on to airdrop. So airdrop news, right? So for those of you who have transacted on dBridge, so dBridge is a bridging protocol, okay, that is on Solana actually, okay, on Solana network. But of course, you can able to bridge using EVM, okay. So if you have bridge to any chain, whether it's from EVM to Solana or Solana to Cosmos or other EVM, then I think you should qualify for this airdrop called dBridge. Okay, but of course, this is not cheap. This transaction will cost somewhere around $3 to $4 per bridge. Okay, so yeah, so people like 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀, you might want to check. Then you might want to claim, but the claim is not live yet. So they have already announced, right, their ticker called DBR. This is their tokenomics. Okay, so for those of you who want to farm this, I think maybe you might want to forget it. It's too costly. Okay, I'm not sure whether I can able to cover my fees from this airdrop as well. Okay, so yeah, I'm not sure whether the points are able to compensate for the fees, right? Because the transaction fees is quite costly, somewhere around $3 to $5. Okay, so yeah, this is the dBridge Foundation. Might want to read more. Okay, so then next one, also from leverage trading, like Orderly. So for those of you who are trading on Orderly network platform, okay, I think since early December or January or February, right, might want to check your allocation, okay? So finally, they have already announced their token called Order. So yeah, they are still yet to announce their TGE yet, okay? So yeah, congratulations once again for you guys who have traded and gotten this token. Okay, so again, another question is, can it able to compensate our fees? Whatever that we burn on Orderly, also another big question there. Okay, especially coming for leverage trading. Okay, leverage trading, all right? So this is Orderly, all right? Then of course, moving on next, you might want to do this. Why? Is because this is also something similar like Grass and NotePay. Okay, so for those of you who are doing this, right, like Pearly, Belinda, Scott, okay, 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀, so you might want to consider this. So this is also another DEPIN narrative. Okay, so what is DAWN? It's actually a decentralized autonomous wireless network. Okay, so this is where you just need to download the extension. Okay, this is absolutely free, so it doesn't cost you any money. Okay, so you download this extension, something like your Grass and your NotePay, and you just leave it on, right? So once you download this extension, you'll show like this, and you just continue serving as usual. Okay, so this is the total earnings. The longer you're on your PC, the longer you will accumulate. Okay, so yeah, if you can able to on 24/7, then you will get more points. Okay, so yeah, before you even download, then you might want to use a special code for you to get extra points, okay, additional points for you guys to earn more. Okay, so I will post into the respective group, okay, for you guys who wants to do this. Okay, this is absolutely free and it's still new. That's the best thing. Okay, so Dawn Network, okay, they have totaling about 18 million funding. Okay, 18 million raised, which is also quite good. Okay, from the VCs like Dragonfly. Okay, huge funding coming in from the VCs. So they know they have huge potential on Dawn. So you might want to start doing. Okay, you might want to download the extension, okay, Dawn Validator Chrome extension, and start to serve as usual. Okay, so you just continue your work as usual and you just accumulate points every single day, right? As long as your PC is on, as long as your laptop or your desktop is on, right, on your VPS, then you should be good. Okay, so there's Dawn Validator. Okay, all right, then moving on next, very important. Okay, like I said, from the last 2 weeks, okay, how are you going to transition, or how are you going to liquidate your funds? Very important. Okay, because I believe most of you here are new, and when it comes during the bull run, okay, and when you make your life-changing wealth, where are you going to store your fund? Okay, are you going to transfer everything to your bank account, to your local bank account, which I believe is a big no. Okay, so last 2 weeks I'm mentioning about the crypto card. Okay, Redotpay is a crypto card for you to also use for spending and to store your cryptos in that card. Okay, and second week I also mentioned about offshore account, how you can able to open a Singapore bank account from your own home. Okay, so all you need to do is to get a CIMB savings account done, and you can apply online. So this week, today, there'll be another one. I think this is a third option. Maybe you might want to consider as well. Okay, so this is called ULTIMO. So ULTIMO is actually it's not exactly a crypto card. Okay, it is an offshore account plus a debit card where you can able to fund in using crypto. Okay, so it's 2-in-1. So not only it is act as a debit crypto card, but it also act as an offshore account. So this is a 2-in-1. This is also another game changer for you in order for you to diversify your funds during the bull run. Okay, so this is how you can able to plan. So you got 3 options here that you can able to use. You want to use the crypto card, crypto Redotpay, or you want to use the Singapore offshore account, or you want to use this ULTIMO. Okay, so this is very, very important. This is absolutely an equalizer, a game changer. Okay, for those of you who are here, okay, I believe no one have ever talked about this. No one have ever even shared about these 3 options that you can able to use, because what people know mostly is to withdraw back to the Luno. A Luno account is actually a schoolboy error. Okay, so you don't want to make this schoolboy error. You know, depositing and transferring back to your Luno account and then going back to your bank account is a big no-no. Why? It's because the income tax or the LHDN will definitely, you know, they make sure you pay the price, okay? And it will not end well, okay? It will not end well if you use that option. Okay, so what you can do, you can either use these 3 options, right? You can use ULTIMO, but this is the one that I'm looking for. Okay, so you can able to see as well the fee structure. Okay, all right. Account registration is absolutely free. Okay, but what is the most important highlight here is the offshore bank account. Okay, the cost is only $600, but they given you back $150 for you to spend or for you to withdraw back. Okay, so you know how much is it? How much is it to open a offshore account, or what is the hassle like, or what is the challenge? Because it's not easy to open an offshore account. Okay, but this ULTIMO have given us a huge breakthrough. Okay, which is only cost about $450, right? 600 you pay, but 150 goes back to your account. So on top of that, you gotten an offshore account plus the debit card. Okay, it can also act as a crypto card. Okay, why I'm going to show you later on. Okay, so here, the terms and condition of this offshore account. All right, so the bank, what is the bank and who is the bank? Okay, so when you sign up for this offshore account, you are tying up with this bank called Joint Development Bank. And this is from Cambodia. Okay, so Joint Development Bank, right? If you Google here, okay, Google here, Joint Development Bank is actually from Cambodia. Okay, from Laos, Cambodia. Okay, and the best part of it is maintained as USD currency rather than their own currency or other currency. Because what we want is USD. Okay, a safe haven reserve asset, reserve currency. Okay, so yeah, you can able to go to this website, right? jdbank.com.la, right? It's Laos, right? Laos, Cambodia. Okay, so yeah, you can able to open from your comfort of your home. You don't have to, you know, go to the bank and then go to submit this and that. Okay, so this is absolutely this is absolutely optional. Okay, but if I'm going to pick an option, right? If your net worth is actually 6-figure or 7-figure and above, then I would strongly recommend you to get an offshore account. Okay, because if you're going to transfer everything to your local bank account, then you're going to pay a price. Okay, it will not end well, let me tell you this. Okay, so this is the offshore account from Cambodia. Okay, so your KYC, all you need to do is to submit your IC, front and back, that's it, and you're good to go, right? So this is the dashboard, okay, example dashboard. Okay, you have a US dollar account. This is your bank account, and this is a card. And the best part, you can able to fund in using Bitcoin, Solana, USDT, or USDC. Very, very good. Okay, and of course, this one, once you create an account, they even given you a bank account number as well, right? For JDB Bank. Very, very good. It acts as a debit card to your bank account and as a crypto card as well. So it's like a 2-in-1. Okay, so anytime you want to withdraw, you can withdraw out also. Okay, so yeah, it maintained as US dollar, and you have a bank account number given once you activate your account. Okay, so yeah, this is the step that you need to do. Fund in $600 or USDT or USDC, whichever. Right. So once done, then they will given you back 150. Okay, and then you can able to get the card as well, ULTIMO-PAY card. Okay, so I think all included as well. Okay, all included. All right, so yeah, so I think this is really, really good. Right, might want to consider. So you have Redotpay, crypto card, you have the Singapore offshore account, CIB fast saver account, and then the third one is ULTIMO. Okay, so if you are still so after if I given the three options and you still want to go on with Luno, then that's your own funeral because I really cannot help you. And you still wanting your own way. Okay, but this is what I give every single week. A really good alpha that no other people are giving. Okay, so if you still want to go on your own way, go to P2P, then you're ending up a huge risk to your account and of course to your whatever expenditure or your lifestyle also will be affected by those tax predators. Okay, so you don't want to make that kind of mistake. Okay, so you want to prepare well ahead before the bull run or even before you make that life-changing move. Okay, so yeah, right. So I think that's it. And then of course moving on. Okay, right, we're gonna go into the crypto market cap. So we can see what's happening now. We are hovering somewhere around 2.12 trillion. BTC is somewhere around 59.3. Expect the price to go down with a bit more towards the end of the week. Ethereum 2.6. Okay, so we can see any gainers for today. Coin, yet again, going up. So this is a coin that I really want to accumulate during this time. Then RBA as well, up about 6.6, not coin. Okay, 6.24. Zcash is up also. Top, we have Phantom, Aptos are up. Little bit of percentage right now for the top coins. Okay, any losers like Sui. Sui is getting up as well, 39, but up about 43%. Okay, right, ordinals, those BTC layer 2s are currently up. Okay, so most of it are still down, but you have a huge opportunity to really, really accumulate. Okay, look at Akash Network. Okay, since I made the call, right, last high was $7. Now it's at what, 2.72. Okay, so yeah, so we move on next to the technical side. So again, if you have any altcoins you want me to look at, feel free to put in the chat box. Okay, so we're going to see later on the altcoins. Now, total tree, very important. What's happening now? We're going to see on Monday. So Monday, momentum, higher highs, higher lows, still maintaining above the middle band here. 468.38. Okay, so that is your critical support level that needs to maintain. Okay, so we look onto the weekly time frame. Weekly is doing what now? Price break below this support, now maintaining above this lower BB. So again, this area is quite critical. Okay, because if it continues to break down, then this level will be next again. Okay, so again, like I said, overall the trend is still down. Price is still below the lower BB and middle band. Okay, so it's downtrend now for total tree. So expecting the price to break down. Then we look at dominance. So dominance now is down. Okay, dominance now is down. You can see what's happening now. You can see. Okay, I think the price, like the analyst mentioned, that it might going to reach to a point where it might have a breakdown. If the 8.3 is the highest level or the rejection level, where it might get rejected. Okay, now you see a pullback now for Monday. Okay, now on leading up to weekly momentum. Okay, price having momentum, you're having a pullback most likely at 55.93. Okay, so a pullback is much expected for the dominance. Okay, so let's see. Okay, daily also breaking down. Okay, so you might see this level to get retested 56.77 and then 55.93. Then looking on to Ethereum against Bitcoin. How well is Ethereum against Bitcoin now? Why? It's because the descending channel still maintaining and then still above the lower BB here. Okay, look at weekly now. So weekly, winger, momentum sell. Okay, momentum sell, and then this is a reversal candle that is still forming. Okay, so again, it is still bearish now on Ethereum against Bitcoin. Okay, so any chance of a pullback, I might see around this short-term play, 0.04991. Okay, not might hit lower again, right, for Ethereum against Bitcoin. Okay, so far now it's still consolidating. Okay, so it needs to break past the middle band here. Okay, for the daily time frame, right? And then look on to BTC now quickly. BTC, where is BTC now doing? Okay, so monthly, right? You can see higher highs, higher lows, maintaining above the middle band here. Okay, then of course this level as well, right? Very important. It's the critical support zone that it needs to maintain. Okay, so we look on to the weekly time frame. What is weekly doing now? Okay, so weekly consolidating sideways. Okay, and it's still hovering around the lower BB here. Okay, so if it continues to break lower, might see another retest back here at 52K. Okay, all right, and then for the daily time frame, since it's getting rejected at the middle band, might see for this weekend to retest around this zone. Okay, 53.9, the 6K. Okay, might come back down maybe to retest or double bottom out here from here. Okay, so you might want to pay attention on all these lows here. Okay, you might see another break again, goes in downside. See, getting rejected at H4. Okay, price breaking down. Okay, so I think this could lead all the way to the weekend. Okay, you might want to pay attention. Then Ethereum. Okay, what is Ethereum doing now? Similar as well. Okay, so far Ethereum, see, similar, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, maintaining above the middle band. Okay, then of course this level also very important is the support 2.7, but now it's breaking lower. Okay, continue lower again. Might see this level here 1955. Okay, so far on weekly you can see this is a bearish pin bar actually. So usually bearish pin bar is not supposed to rally or to reverse back up unless it's a bullish pin bar, right? Price action. So if it continues lower, might see around this zone here. Okay, this zone to consolidate most likely. Okay, to range around this level here for the weekly time frame. Okay, daily again you can see momentum sell pullback for the re-entry sell, still getting rejected at the sell zone. So you might see another drop down again for Ethereum. Okay, might see another drop down again. All right. So what's next? Pack Moon, 4 hours. Yeah, I already burned the Pack Moon, so just waiting for Army token. So let's see, is the price up for Pack Moon? Okay. Now, very important is the altcoins that you want to accumulate, right? So like Toncoin, you can see how much Toncoin. Let's see, let's move on to a bigger chart here. It's this one. Oh, Toncoin still up. Okay, so you can see this is a coin that you want to really accumulate. Okay, went all the way down at low at 4.85. Still barely even dropped. Correct. Resistance to bid is here, 7.65. Okay, then your levels here, 5.42 for Toncoin. Okay, what we can see on weekly now, what happened? Price break below the middle band, right? Which means candlestick change of direction from buy to sell. Then the market pull back up again, one more round, to retest again at the sell zone. So now it's actually breaking down. So maybe Toncoin, I might want to look into 5.4 around this range back. Okay, or this level again to be tested. $6 here. Okay, $6 back will be a great area to accumulate back for Ton. Okay, H4 still bullish. You can see here, very, very bullish actually. Okay, still going up this narrative. Okay, then what else? Okay, let's look at PIF network. Okay, another Oracle. So very competitive to Chainlink. Okay, so currently all-time high is at 1.15. Now it's at 28 cents. So it's down about 75%. Total about 80%. Okay, so already at a low actually. Okay, look at the weekly time frame. Bottoming out also. Okay, it's bottoming out. Okay, you know there could be a chance of a reversal, then maybe to retest back at this resistance at 38 cents. So let's see. Okay, whether Pete can able to do that, or if not, might see another one more round, one more pullback. Okay, we'll test back on this zone here, 24 cents. Okay, that is H4. Okay, for PIF. Okay, and then what else? Any more new points? Okay, any more new coins that you want to look at? Let's look at DEPIN as well. Okay, ATH net. Besides IONet, also you can able to accumulate. Maybe you might want to get some. Let's get this ATH. Wow, ATH pump. So it pumped all the way to 0.088. Huge. How many percent here was here today? Okay, so another DP narrative, maybe you might want to accumulate. Okay, like some of us got this from the airdrop, right, for participating in the free task. So you might want to pay attention on this as well, this narrative, besides IONet. Okay, so daily, what is daily doing now? You can see here, descending. Okay, you can see here this price descending down and then suddenly break. Okay, so maybe another round of confirmation, it might come back down to retest to confirm, consolidate again, and then continue up. So that's how the market works. Okay, so daily, you can see now, all it needs to maintain is the middle band here at 0.065. Okay, so you can see huge pump there on 8 year. Okay, H4, nice momentum pullback. Might see a pullback somewhere around here, at least at 0.066. Okay, so that's the area you might want to accumulate for 8 year. Okay, then last one, MOC. MOC. Might want to get some altcoin. Okay, you can see those meme coins are actually backing down, but this MOC coin is still very strong. Okay, all the way low here was a huge opportunity to accumulate back actually. Okay, then on weekly now, weekly doji red candle. Okay, could be a chance of a breakdown maybe. Okay, let's see, still early to call. Might want to accumulate around on the middle band here. Okay, or this current support here. Okay, let's see, still early. Look at daily. Now daily is still below the middle band. Okay, so I might want to accumulate around this range for more. Okay, a huge opportunity to buy. Right?